Hello and welcome to your East Idaho planning briefing for Thursday, April 23rd. My name's Alex from the National Weather Service in Pocatello, and I'll take you through the briefing today. Taking a look at the weather impact summary, the biggest impacts for the next week will be today, and that's all because of a cold front that's moving through the area today that will bring an area of wind and also some shower and thunderstorm development by this afternoon. Now that wind will lead to some patchy blowing dust across the eastern Magic Valley and southern Snake Plain as winds gust to 45 miles per hour this afternoon. Now also, a little bit farther north and east, some shower and thunderstorm activities expected this afternoon and early evening. Those storms could produce some gusty winds and small hail. Taking a look at the satellite view for this morning, we can see some ragged cloud cover across southern Idaho associated with that cold front. And back farther west, there's an area of clouds here associated with a disturbance across the eastern Pacific. That disturbance will move east and crest across Idaho Saturday night into Sunday. That is a new change to the forecast since yesterday, as some light rain and snow showers are expected Saturday night and Sunday morning across the central Idaho mountains and the Montana border region. Taking a look at your weather impact overview, some moderate impacts due to the wind across the Snake Plain, Magic Valley, and South Hills, as some very low visibility will be possible in localized areas due to blowing dust. We'll also have the difficult driving conditions for those high-profile vehicles on the north-south routes. Elsewhere, we mentioned the rain and snow shower activity. Snow is expected mainly above 7,000 feet today across the higher terrain areas. Activity, that being wind and rain, snow, and thunderstorm activity, will diminish this evening. So we'll be left with only some lingering rain and snow showers along the Wyoming border on Friday. As I mentioned on the satellite slide, there is a potential for some overnight and early Sunday morning rain and snow shower activity across the eastern highlands, Lost River, Sawtooth, and South Lemhi County areas. Expecting another round of wind on Monday across the Snake Plain and eastern Magic Valley. At this time, we're not expecting winds to be quite as strong as what we're forecasting for today, but we'll continue to watch that over the next couple of days. The big story for getting into the middle of next week will be the warm temperatures, as they may make a run at 80 degrees across the eastern Magic Valley and southern Snake Plain by Wednesday and possibly Thursday of next week. Now here's a look at your forecast radar for today. Have it paused here for early this morning. Areas in green is indicating the potential for rain showers. Areas in blue depicting the potential for snow showers. As we get into this afternoon, notice we'll see what we call a convergence boundary set up basically from Arco to Blackfoot, generally in that area. That convergence boundary will help to focus shower and thunderstorm development along and north of there. And so it's those areas that could see some of those thunderstorms that could produce small hail and gusty winds this afternoon. Let's go through the loop one more time to give you another idea of the progression of the activity expected through today. Focusing here now on the afternoon. And notice by the time we get into later this evening, those rain and snow showers sink south across the southeast highlands, Bear Lake area, and then diminish. Wind gusts for this morning, looking for in the yellow areas here, gusts in the 30 to 35 mile per hour range, and generally from a westerly direction. You see what happens is, though, by the time we get into this afternoon, the winds will expand in areal extent and speed. Westerly winds this afternoon, as we mentioned, gusting up to around 45 miles per hour for these areas in red. As you can actually see the convergence line in the wind field, as north of that Arco to Blackfoot line, the winds will be more out of the northwest and north today. And then into this evening, the winds do continue till around sunset, and then they'll begin to taper off overnight. And here are those wind gusts overnight tonight, much, much lighter than what we'll be seeing this afternoon and early evening. Skipping ahead now to Monday, areas in yellow here again, 30 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts across the craters of the moon area, Arco Desert, maybe getting over towards Osgood and Roberts. And again, we'll continue to monitor that potential over the next couple of days, as that could produce some blowing dust as well. High temperatures today will be a few degrees cooler than yesterday behind the cold front, actually right at about climatological averages for this time of year. Temperatures tomorrow similar to today, and we'll begin our warming trend on Saturday as we get back into the mid-60s across the southern Snake Plain. But as we skip ahead to Wednesday, look at that, forecasting 80 degrees for high temperature in Pocatello, 83 in Burley, easily the warmest day of the year so far. Low temperatures be on the chilly side behind the cold front tomorrow morning, staying above freezing only across essentially the interstate corridor across the eastern Magic Valley and southern Snake Plain, with similar low temperatures again Saturday morning. And just like our high temperatures, we'll steadily increase those low temperatures. So as by midweek, the only areas with lows below freezing are relegated to the cold areas like Island Park and Stanley. Quick peek at the forecast snow accumulations for the rest of today. Again, generally only expecting accumulating snow above about 7,000 feet, so along the Montana border, along the Wyoming border, and across the central Idaho mountains and places like Galena Summit. And that activity you can see here tapering off tonight. So your weather impact summary, again, mainly wind across the southern Snake Plain, eastern Magic Valley, and South Hills today. By afternoon, we'll see gusts around 45 miles per hour. That'll create areas of low visibility in blowing dust, and also some difficult travel for the high-profile vehicles along north-south routes. Also for the, let's say, central and northern Snake Plain, eastern highlands, potential for shower and thunderstorm activity this afternoon and early evening. That could produce some small hail and gusty winds. And just some light showers across the higher terrain areas Sunday night and Monday morning. There's the potential for some more wind Monday afternoon to early evening, and then we'll be focusing on the warming temperatures into the middle of next week. That concludes the briefing for today. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, we welcome those to the phone number, email address, or social media channels that you see pictured here. Otherwise, please join us again for your Friday East Idaho planning briefing. Thank you.